Hello, pull out lesson 23. We're going to go through lesson 23 today. So the first direction says draw a congruent line segment. Now you remember we talked about congruent. Congruent means same size, same shape. So we need to measure this and draw something the same size. So if I'm using my inches side, it looks like exactly 4 inches. So we're going to go down here, put the measuring mark on the dot, and hold it down with one hand and write with the other hand, 4 inches. Neil and 2 friends were riding their bicycles. So don't forget, there's 2 friends. 3 more friends joined them. So now we have 3 more. Oh, and don't forget, we also have Neil. So we had Neil, we had 2 of his friends, and then we have 3 more. Draw a picture and write a number sentence to show how many kids are riding the bikes now. So this is Neil, 2 friends, and 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so we have Neil and 2 friends, and then 3 more friends joined. So first we had 3 people, and then we added 3 more people. In the end, there were 6, and we go back to figure out how to label it. Draw a picture and write a number sentence to show how many, that's our label, how many children. 6 children. I'm going to get you in the habit of putting labels on your answers, because pretty soon we're going to get into answering with measurements like miles or inches or centimeters, and then it starts becoming really important that we label things. So we're just going to get in the habit. Amanda's birthday was 9 months ago. What month was her birthday? So for this one, this question is a little trickier now that we're in January. Where's my math journal? Just one second. I had my math journal here, but I piled things on top of it. Okay, so in your journal, you have a page that says days and months on page 4. And we need to figure out 9 months ago. So here's our months right here. We're in January. We started at the beginning now again after New Year's. So we're going to count 9 months back. So that means last month was December. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We jumped back 9 months and we landed on April. Is that the only thing we need to know? What month was her birthday? Yep, April. So this is on page 4 in your journal. Pull that out. Or you could always use a calendar or something if you don't have your journal with you. All months get in uppercase. It was April. Show 3 different ways to divide the squares into 4 equal parts. Shade 3/4 of each square. So each of these we need to separate into fourths. Now, the important thing about fractions is that the pieces have to be equal size. So we can't just split this into any 4 pieces. They have to be equal size pieces. So we can do it like that and like this. And there's 4 equal pieces. We can, if it's a square, we can actually do it like this because all of the sides are the same length. We can't do this with a rectangle, but we can do this with a square. Or we could cut it in half this way and then cut these in half also. And those are 4 equal pieces. Okay? Shade 3/4 of each square. That means 3 out of 4. okay? Each of these has 4 equal pieces. We need to shade 3 out of 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3/4. Write 2 different ways to make 28 cents. So, dimes are worth 10 cents. Pennies are worth 1 cent. So in order to make 28 cents, we could use 2 tens to make 20 and 8 pennies, right? Or, well, let's see, let's do that. 2 dimes and 8 pennies. Or we could trade a dime and only have 1 dime. And then we could take this 10 and make it into 10 more pennies, right? Take 1 dime, make it into 10 pennies. Then we would have 10 plus 8, 18 pennies. So we took one group of 10s from here and we made this a 1. And we took a group of 10s and we put it over here and added it onto the 8. Okay? Number 5, round each number to the nearest 10. Now we've done this quite a bit, I believe. If you need your rounding chart, it's on page 26. The first thing we do is we decide which 2 tens the number is between when we're counting by tens. We decide if we go lower or higher. And we decide that when we look at the ones place, if it's a 5 or more, we go higher. If it's 0 to 4, we go lower. Okay? So 19, when we're counting by tens, is between 10 and 20. We look at the 9, and does 9 tell us to go down or up? 9 is higher than 5, and it tells us to go up to 20. 65. 65 is between 60 and 70. The 5 tells us to go down or up. Which one? Remember, 5 or more, we go up to 70. This one's a little trickier. Now, don't forget, whenever we are counting by something, where we actually start every time is with 0. Anytime we're counting, we start with 0. So 3, when we're counting by tens, is between 0 and 10. 3, would it go down to 0 or up to 10? 5 or more goes up. 0 to 4 goes down. So 3 would actually round down to 0. Last one. 59 plus 10 more. Now, we could set this up so it looks like a normal math problem that we've done before and add it up. That would get us 9 and 6, 69. What we can also do is we could take a group of 10s and add 1 to the tens place. So this 5, this 50 becomes 60, or this 5 becomes a 6. Then this is a 6 and this remains a 9. Okay, let's do it the same way over here. We could take a group of 10s and add it 1 onto the tens place. So the 1 becomes a 2 and the 3 stays the same. Okay, that's the whole thing. Go ahead and do side B and have a great afternoon.